If you need someone to talk to today, please contact Crisis Services Canada by either calling them at 1-833-456-4566 all hours of the day. Or you can text them at 45645 at 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, you're not alone, and Crisis Services Canada is here to help.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to Season 2, Episode 12 of Off the Puck. I am not prepared for this. Hockey on FHN Network and, of course, ASTV out in the West. I'm your host, Tyler Fines, and you can catch Off the Puck on Rogers TV Channel 20 every Saturday night at 9 p.m. You can also view our live recordings on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Just follow at Off the Puck Hockey for dates and times to check us out. I'd like to welcome again Mr. Adam Stiles to the show. It's going to be him and I tonight. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, bud? Not too much. Just dealing with family stuff, getting the kids to bed.
No, dude, today, I don't even want to talk hockey today, man. If you want to be 100% honest with you, like I literally want to do everything but talk hockey, but I know people that are watching probably want to hear what we have to say, which is great. Unfortunately, our guest couldn't make it tonight, so it's just going to be you and I, but this would be a better time than any to talk about our new segment, 9:30 p.m. True College Stories or True Hockey Stories. Every Monday night, we are going to be doing this for at least 5 to 10 minutes, and hopefully our guests can join in with us. But we got a new sponsor we're coming for next week. We're going to be kicking them off, so we'll let everybody know about that to follow along. But yeah, it's going to be a good one. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely, man. I can't wait. And actually, did you check out or see the Leafs game last night at all?
I actually didn't, man. Like I said, that's part of the problem, right? So we're going to talk a lot about the Leaf stuff, so I want you to hold on to that unless there's something right now.
No, but before that, our boy Marty Zylstra, Rattle the Glass was on there twice last night.
That's right. Shouts to Marty. That's right. I saw
Marty.
That on Twitter.
Shout out to Marty.
That's awesome, bud. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Congratulations, dude. That's amazing. Bud. And I saw they did a little feature on him, too.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's doing good things, man.
Yeah, no, good for him. And again, we're looking forward to that. Like I said, good for Marty. And we're proud that he's one of our, that he does provide our theme music. And unfortunately, we couldn't make Mr. Mikey Walker get in here tonight. He's become slightly lesser of a man today. You do with that as you will, people. But I think most people will understand what's happening with Mr. Mike Walker. We wish him a good and speedy recovery. I'll tell you something, man, I'm still sensitive. Like I'm still sensitive after getting a little bit. And it's been over a month now.
Oh, it terrifies me, man. I've been telling Walker, like he's been telling me it's been pretty easy. It's been good, but I don't know, man. I get, even just talking about it, I get bad butterflies and not good thoughts going through my head.
Yeah, the procedure itself, actually, believe it or not, isn't that bad. The recovery.
He said it's like 15 minutes. He said.
Yeah, you're in and out, but the problem is, like I said, I feel different, and like I said, that's a topic for another show. But they don't feel the same. Like, no, it's truthful, man. Like, if somebody come up and unload on me in the Kahunas, like that already hurts. I have a feeling it's going to be just as bad. Like, 10 times as bad next time around.
Absolutely, yeah. That's
it's crazy, dude. I can't even explain to you the feelings, but we got lots to cover. So we're just going to go over a couple quick things right now. William Nylander, late to a team meeting, may not play tomorrow. I want to discuss being late to team meetings. Patrick Marleau, this show is going to be a lot about Patrick Marleau and him breaking the all-time games played record. So respect goes out to Patrick Marleau tonight as he breaks that record. I'm hoping we can catch it at 10 o'clock tonight. And obviously Max Domi and his relationship with John Tortorella, Patrick Laine's relationship with John Tortorella. Is this the end of Mr. Torts in Columbus? We will talk about that as we go. But I think we want to address the elephant in the room, being Leafs fans. Number one is what happened with the Hyman hit. And I'm not going to lie to you, I did not see it. I haven't watched it, and I'm going to get into that later about why I haven't done anything hockey lately. So maybe you elaborate.
Yeah, just nasty, just coming down against the bench, coming down. And, yeah, typical Edler, just throwing his knee out, just a dirty hit, typical knee, like a dirty knee, seeing it right away. And yeah, got Hyman, got him good, and obviously he's out now 2+ weeks, they say. So that's not good, but at least it's only 2 weeks. That's the best they say it could have been, kind of deal, right? Right before playoffs come back, but he's the player that we definitely need.
Yeah, I hope he gets back in. Edler got 2 games for the knee, and like I told you, I did not see it. So I'd like to, was it 2? Was it 2?
Was it 2?
2 games
what,
suspended?
2 minutes?
That's not for it, right?
Oh, 2 games worthy? Yeah, it's definitely 2 games worthy. Oh yes.
Okay.
I would.
Well,
I
wasn't over, wasn't under the suspension.
I think he has a history. I'm pretty sure he has a history. I would give him more.
Okay, well, he only got 2, so I mean, and then Hyman's out 2 weeks, so I guess the punishment,
right?
Didn't meet the criteria, but I guess he's not. He'll be back. So Edler will be back in 2 games, and Hyman out 2 weeks. I'll be glad to get him back in the lineup. Obviously,
yes.
So obviously, let's quickly talk about the Patrick Marleau tonight. And again, you know what? I'm sick of this Steve Simmons guy. Like I get it, he's doing what he's got to do, but he's got to be like. I get it, man. He's made a lot of money. I called him out on Twitter. I hope he responded to me.
I always call it. I call him out all the time, man. That guy is he got nothing good to say ever. It's always negative.
Well, I guess that's his job, and he's kind of downplaying it. Now, listen, and I'll give you my opinion on it. I don't think the NHL is happy about it. If the truth, they don't want Patrick Marleau's name at the top of that list, right? Like, not a cup winner. I think he was at one point, he was 9th in the All-Star. Even I'll give Steve that about the 9th in the All-Star voting list, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just one of those things that you're like, they just don't want to see that type of player at the top of the list if it's not Gordie Howe or Wayne Gretzky or one of those guys.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, he's had a great career, but he hasn't really done too much.
Like he's going to the Hall of Fame, but obviously going into the Hall of Fame and not having the Stanley Cup will really, really hurt him. And I think he would give up every game in the NHL to win a cup.
Yeah. That's what he went to Toronto for, right? He's chasing it, and unfortunately couldn't make it happen for him. But I'm sure he traded everything just to lift that cup, and it's unfortunate that we won't get to see it, but things happen.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, we just want to give everybody a shout out to who's tuning in tonight. And again, if it's you're welcome to comment, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you're watching from. Feel free to join the conversation tonight. Adam and I take over the mic. Like I said, our guest Ian White couldn't make it this evening, which is not a big deal because we still got tons to talk about. And I want to start off with the William Nylander being late to a meeting and Sheldon Keefe saying that there's a good chance that he may not play tonight. I want to get your opinion on guys late to meetings and not playing the next day. What do you think?
I don't know. It all depends. It depends the situation. I mean, if the guy's blatantly, did something stupid to miss it, if you could tell he's hungover, or, I don't know if you heard a story about him doing something or something like that, then sit out a game. But if it's just, late happens, man. It happens to everybody. You and I have always been late, and it's happened before. It'll happen again and again. But it all depends on his situation, I feel.
Yeah, I think everyone's due, a one miscue. And again, if you're a repeat offender, that's a different story. But if you're late, sleep in or something happened, or we're all victims of circumstance, right? But as a lot of the coaches say, including myself, if you're late, if you're on time, you're late.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
plan to be there 15 minutes ahead, but there's so many people that just don't have that punctual quality. And it's
Yeah.
extremely important that you have that as a player and employee. And I just can't tell you how many guys I know are blatantly late, like just blatantly zero regard for your time.
Yeah. Yeah. See, in that case, yeah, where it's like becomes, like you said, repeat offender, and they're just blatantly they just do it, then yeah, you have to slap a game or something on them, right? You got to let them know that it can't be happening. I don't know what else you do. I mean, do you fine them money? Like, what's another route you go?
I
don't really
guarantee
know.
they already have that fine jar in the
You
dressing
think
room,
so?
right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
$1,000 to it, or he's got to take the guys out for dinner or whatever. But I mean, like I said, I don't know if it's time to be a hero right now. Like, what's more important, sitting in the game to set the tone, or obviously, like I said, contributing. If you said, hey, you're gonna give $10,000 to a children's charity, that's what happens when you're late.
Yeah.
I would rather that.
Yeah, right. It hurts his pocket, and it's good for charity. It's good for everything. So yeah, I'd rather that. That's a kind of good one to go with.
Yeah, I
I'd
think
do
it's
that.
good. Yeah, it's a positive for each side. It's a learning experience. You hurt your wallet, and you still get the and you get to play. And then the repeat offender, then we're into a different story. But we're not behind the scenes, and maybe there's been more guys who late. I doubt it, because it usually gets reported when guys are late, right? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, hopefully they give Willie a pass, because I would like to see them get going. They've been struggling since the trade deadline.
Yeah.
And that's why I hate the trade deadline.
Yeah. When's any idea when? Have you heard anything about Foligno?
He's going to be close, I think, because they've waived the 14 days in Canada, so I think they're at 7 right now. So the trade deadline was last week, was it not?
It was last Monday. Yeah,
last Monday. So he's got to be coming out of now and about to hit the Oh,
so you think he'll play tomorrow?
Thursday.
They play tomorrow.
Thursday, he's back.
Oh, Thursday he's back.
Shouts to Mike Walker on the comments. Just running. Yeah, dedicated guy, just from the sidelines, just throwing it. Couldn't turn the mic on though.
No,
couldn't turn the mic on.
There he is. Just peas on the sack and sitting back.
All right, so we talked about that. What else you got? Okay, so John Tortorella, Max Domi gets the old healthy scratch tonight, and their team's getting bombed.
Did he get a healthy scratch tonight?
Yeah, he's a healthy tonight.
He got sad in the second period last game.
They're down 3-2, and he's blatantly pissed off at Max Domi. I didn't like the trade when it happened. I personally thought that Max Domi's an overrated player. I think he's a good player, but I think I just don't think he said. I just think he's overrated, and and it's showing in Columbus. I mean, they got nothing going right now. They have literally nothing going in Columbus. It looks like they're not listening to the coach, and I don't think the team's good, and it's just not a good scene there. What do you think?
Yeah, it's time for a new change. Switch things up there. Torts is getting a little too much, taking over the spotlight. It's all you ever hear now to Columbus is Torts this and Torts that, and sitting this guy and sitting that guy. Like, he's gonna scare every player that, you know what I mean, that ever want to be traded. Like, they're not gonna want to go there and play for him, knowing like, hey, I could be me next. I could be sitting. I could not be in Torts bad books easily, and like, it's just gonna scare people away. It's not good for the team. It's as you see, the team is doing junk. So yeah, I think it's his time about to expire, and he needs to move along.
Yeah, they're 10 points out of it. I don't see them getting back here before the end of the season. And like I said, it's a dogfight in that division, right? 49, 47, 46 between Nashville, Chicago, and Dallas. And I mean, Columbus is on the outside looking, and I don't think he's back at the end of the year. I think that's pretty much it for him. And that's too bad, but you got to win hockey games to keep your job, and that unfortunately he hasn't been able to do that. And outside of that, another one I wanted to mention was Taylor Hall. Goes to Boston. They've won 4 games since he has joined the team. They've got a 4-win streak game going. He's got a couple goals. He looks like the old Taylor Hall of new, with the new guys and the new players on his lines. I love it. I love seeing that. Taylor Hall's such a good player. He deserved better. It's a shame that it's unfortunate that those guys couldn't get their act together.
Yeah, it is. He's a great player, and he's just kind of got the bad end of the stick on everywhere he's kind of went. Like, he hasn't really went to too many contending teams, right? New Jersey, they're meh. And then Buffalo, obviously they're terrible. So yeah, it's good to see him get a chance. There's the rumors that he's going to come to Toronto and stuff. I mean, he would have been nice in Toronto, but we didn't need another offensive player like Hall. Like we needed the Foligno, the grinders. But so I mean, I like to see Hall go to a team. I hate to see him go to Boston, as I don't like to see them succeed too much. But it's a great fit for him, and yeah, that team's rolling right now. And yeah, I'd say that's one of the better trades at the deadline.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams have benefited. I'm loving seeing Montreal drop down. I thought they were garbage at the beginning of the year. I didn't have them on my list, and of course,
I hope they slip out. I hope they slip out of playoffs, man.
Oh, me too. I have no interest in seeing Montreal get there. I'd much rather see Calgary, but it's going to be a tough road ahead. Montreal's got 2 games on Calgary, and unfortunately, like what did I say? How long? Listen, I said it when they first hired him. I said he's got 5 games. That is his leash. He's got 5 games before they tune him out. They went that 3-0 or 4-0, and all of a sudden it's been garbage.
Yeah,
you can't win in the NHL by playing defense and hard nose that crap. You got to have players that can let them do their job. And again, I always thought that they were a little bit overrated. I mean, Milan Lucci's been playing second, third line for how long, and he shouldn't even be playing.
No. Yeah, that team, it's overrated. It's time to blow up that team. Their core, they've rolled with that for how many years now? Hasn't been working. So yeah, it's time to move on. Kind of trade for some pieces or rebuild or what you may, but. Yeah, it ain't working out there, man.
No, Markstrom's not doing his job out there. Markstrom's not earning his contract. So, I mean, there's a lot of change that got to go on in Calgary. But
look at Sam Bennett now down in Florida just rolling.
Yeah, well, of course, he's on a good team. There's a lot of well, it's easy to go from one to the other when you're vibing, right? Like, I mean,
playing Huberto,
playing crazy, right? They got they've got plus 20 goals. They got, they're getting some goaltending finally from Bob Borowski, his counterpart there. I always forget his damn name. Yeah, thanks. But they only get, they got 28 wins on the season. I mean, that's got to be a great atmosphere, going to the beach every day as opposed to waking up in Calgary. Right? You just went through the dead of winter. You're just coming into summertime now. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, the team's no good. They're not making the playoffs. So he's going to get an opportunity to win to at least give himself a chance to possibly be in a cup contention.
Yeah, absolutely. I picked him out in fantasy couple of leagues. He did himself, got a 10, a 5, and a 2 tonight. Good for the old PIMS category in fantasy. So
there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's stick. I want to stick in that division quickly. How is Carolina the best team? Like, they're second best team in the league. Like, what happened there? How is no one talking about the Carolina Hurricanes?
Quiet. They were good last year, and I even believe the year before. But yeah, they're just quietly they do it. They're what's their slogan over there? Bunch of jerks.
Yeah, a bunch of jerks, right? Sebastian got 40 points. Trocheck's got 37. So I mean, like, they're not blowing the stats lines out.
They're rolling 3 goalies too, man. They got Reimer, that Negjelovic or whatever, and then they just had what's his name come back?
They're not even close. Like, I'm just quickly I wanted to see, because I want to see where Sebastian Aho ranked amongst the goal scorers in the league. And I mean, he's number 32 in the league, and their team has lost 10 games.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's just
all
around.
Is that nuts? Is that not nuts? I think that's crazy.
Yeah, that is. It's just a spread out team. Yeah, it's all done by everybody.
Yeah, it's been absolutely nuts. But so that covers a bit of the NHL. I want to quickly talk about the OHL. Obviously, the OHL has suspended their season for the remainder, which is really tough on those kids. And obviously, we're not a political show, and I'm not going to point fingers at who's to blame. What could have been done. Is hockey part of this COVID thing? And I hate using the C word on here. The friendly C word, not the meaning one. But what? Like what's going on here? Like, what do we have? Do we have to discuss what's going on in Ontario on the COVID side? Like, do we have to at least mention it for 2 minutes?
Man, just bash my head off the keyboard.
And the problem is, you take a stance and you get eaten alive. So if you're on the positive side, like, this is a joke, this is crazy. Like, I think people understand. I think people have gotten it. Like, this thing is real.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
need, there's real. We got to get vaccines in people's arms. There's no question.
100%.
We got to get that done.
Yep.
But like the aftermath of this thing, I don't think they understand. I don't think they understand. Like I think they've got to start weighing some of these, the options.
Oh yeah.
Like the outdoor, like not allowing outdoor activity when you're in a lockdown is a joke. That's a joke.
Golf,
Like
that's a
outside,
joke.
every stat has been saying that the outdoors are okay. That's fine. So you don't want to put guys in a hockey rink. That's okay. If I can live with that answer. It's not an outdoor sport.
Yeah.
You sit in proximity in a room. I can live with that. But there were barely any cases going through hockey rinks or facilities because the protocols to get in the rink were so damn high.
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, like golf, no golf. That's
ridiculous.
That is such a joke.
Tennis.
Tennis, soccer.
It's a one-on-one. You don't even touch each other. Like
soccer, you're kicking the ball. Like, come on. Like
soccer maybe just because you're kind of in groups.
Maybe
like,
you get close to people,
right? But like, and you are hitting people in soccer. Like that's the one I'd hate to, I don't want to say, but like. Yeah. If you're going to play on big field, I'd go 7-on-7 on the big field. Like if you want to play, this is what the rules are going to be. It's going to be 7-on-7, not 10-on-10. And this is how you do it. Like I still don't get it, but
no, it's baffling.
I feel bad for all those OHL kids that they're going to be
terrible.
They're not going to show what they can do, and it's going to really hurt them going in because I know the NHL wanted to move their draft, but they can't move the draft. You got to do it. You just have to do it. Suck it up. It's it is what it is. You got tons of video on these kids, like. Just do what you got to do and hope, and hope you hit.
That, as I can say, exactly. It makes it that much more interesting, right? It shows how much depth your scouting has. Not even that. Some kids just develop a little bit later too, right? So yeah, you might just score big on a kid, but so what? Everybody's got the same advantage or disadvantage, you can say, right? Like everybody's got the same game tapes. Everybody's got everything. Do your homework and let's go.
No, I'm with you 100%, and I'm really hoping that that the OHL comes up with a solution. They get a bunch of guys drafted out of there. I know Europe's obviously going to have a huge advantage because they're playing over there. Like they've had enough. It's just Canada.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it literally is just Canada at this point.
Yeah.
We're trying to do our best, but it's going to be tough for these kids. They've been working for a dream, and they're not going to get their opportunity to to get the full extent of their draft.
It is sad because there will be kids missed out just because, like I said, develop a little later. You know what I mean? That one extra year, they can just develop that much more and stand out that much more. Where maybe that's just the difference of them making it and not making it, right? So now they miss, and now they got the hard battle to showcase it and maybe try to get a walk on or whatever kind of deal or whatever college route or whatever they got to do.
Yeah, it's a tough. Tough. Shout out to the OHL and everything they're trying to do for their kids out there, and obviously the CHL just grinding away there. But but all the other leagues shut down too. The Ontario Junior League, shouts to them. Junior B, GOJHL. We knew for a while the Junior C League wasn't going to go, but we're going to have no minor hockey games whatsoever this season. So RIP to 2020, 2021 hockey season, the season that never existed. And we hope that we find a way to get you back on the ice next year. I know I would, because I got a group of U12 AAA boys that want to hit the ice, and we're gonna make it rain out here next year if we can get on the ice. And we're coming. We're gonna shout out to the Cambridge Hawks.
Oh, I can't wait! I can't wait. Me and Walks are gonna come down and watch your game.
Oh yeah, we got some work to do. Boys got some work to do, but we think we got a good shot at it.
That's all right.
Sure. Oh yeah. In other news in the NHL, again, we're getting close to playoffs. We're gonna have some playoff runs, some playoff battles here going forward. Again, top 4 teams each division are getting in, which is crazy. Really excited about that. Have you seen the new playoff layout at all?
No.
No, yeah, we'll have to make sure that we get that up for next week because we're gonna be close to our game cap. I think it was 52, wasn't it?
Yeah,
52 games. Like we're at 44 or 47.
No, it's 56 games.
56 games. There you go. So 56 games. Are going to be around the corner, and we're going to have
what are we at? 44
battle. So we're going to quickly go through the rankings and of the 4 to 6 teams, and we're going to go in and out. In and out is going to be the game. So we're going to go through each division, and we're going to go through the tight ones. Arizona, St. Louis. Who is in and who is out?
Oh, I'm gonna say St. Louis is in. Zona's out.
It's going to be tough. Like, there's no question. I mean, they played 43 games, 45 for Arizona, so 2 games in hand, and it's a 1-point spread. And again, Arizona's goaltending hasn't been great this year, but
Just came back though.
Louis does not have a great having a great season. They're 3-6-1 in the last 10, so we need to see St. Louis get back on the track. Here's another really close one. There's actually 3 teams that we got to talk about. We're going to go in Nashville, Chicago, or Dallas. Who's in? Who's out?
Nashville, Chicago.
Nashville, Chicago, and Dallas.
Dallas is in.
Dallas is in. They've got 2 games in hand. They got 46 points, 3 points behind Nashville. They actually have a plus and pull off.
At Detroit 4 times this week, so they can. If they can pump those 4, then that's going to be.
Hey, listen, Detroit's got 4 wins. They're 4-4-2 in the last 10. I mean, they weren't expected to do well. They got 16 wins.
It's like Buffalo. Buffalo's been all right lately.
Buffalo's turning it around, yeah, but there's no pressure, right? Teams are walking in there. There's no pressure unless the game actually means something. So it's really tough for them to, they all got something to prove. It's like Vegas in the first year. You got something to prove. You're going to get more out of your club.
Yeah.
The North is Montreal, Calgary, but I don't think that Calgary's not chasing them. I think the 4 set. I think it's Toronto, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Montreal. So I don't even want to touch that one because Calgary, Vancouver, and Ottawa, you are out.
Yeah.
You are out.
Yeah, I don't see them coming back.
This one's an interesting one.
Wookie says Arizona in, St. Louis out. Mikey says.
Oh wow, Mikey's coming in. I like it. Good for him. We got Boston, and New York. Boston's got 56. New York's got 56 points, and New York has 52. Did you know that the New York Rangers have a plus 33 differential and are sitting in 5th?
Really, eh?
They've scored 151 goals this season, and now 100 of them have been against Philly.
Yeah,
right? Like 100 against Philly. So crazy. But they've got 4 wins in a row. They're 7-1-2. But Boston's also been buzzing, like I said, with Taylor Hall there in their 7-1-2. They both won 4 in a row. So New York hasn't gained any ground, and Boston's got 2 games in hand. What do you think?
Boston, you're not get Boston's in, man. They're buzzing, they're rolling. Tuukka Rask just came back, I believe. Halak's coming back from the COVID, and Taylor Hall. They're just buzzing it. There's no stopping them right now.
Yeah, I like Boston. I think they're gonna be buzzing. I've been using them on NHL 21. They've been scoring some goals, been getting lots of wins on it. I mean, as I climb my way back into the top 100 in the NHL versus scene, because I'm in COVID and we are bored over here. Before we get into the true, we almost have a new segment coming up. We're going to do every week here at 9:30 p.m. and we're hoping our guests get it. This is True Junior Hockey or True College Stories between Styles and myself. We're going to, today it was kind of a free for all because we want to introduce the segment. We're looking for a sponsor for that segment. It could be a really good opportunity for a condom company to jump in here and talk about that, or like a booze company. We actually have a company that's looking in to be our sponsor next week. Big shout coming to MVP Brewing. This is your early shout out for next week. So MVP is going to be jumping on next week, and we're going to make sure that the guests for next week will announce later in the week. And we welcome the boys. They're a local brewery. You want to check them out. They're at your LCBO. So there's an early plug. And we got beer on the way.
Beer's on the way, boys.
Got it on the way, which leads into, oh man, we still got a minute. So I'm going to quickly do a life story before we get into the true junior and college stories. What I've been doing and why I'm kind of off lately is because we're trying to sell our house. It's a crazy market right now, and unfortunately tonight did not go our way in regards to getting some offers in on the house at the crazy number we were hoping. But again, our real estate guy is working his bag off to get us the number that we want for our house. But man, selling a house right now is nuts.
Absolutely, man. The market's wild out there. Everyone can't even imagine being out there and even trying it right now.
Yeah, we ran into a beautiful house. Unfortunately, stuff works. Didn't work out in our favor, but we're going to hopefully get it. Hopefully, we're going to get that stuff rectified. And I'm gonna my Matty Huddle, our producer in the background who gets lots of love. I'm gonna ask him to make a video for this segment for going forward. Maybe we'll include some pictures from college. I'm sure if you went through my Facebook, you could find a bunch of them. Of especially you and mine. Maybe we could find one random one of Walks when he showed up like a little slug. Right, just rolling in back in the college days, taking advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Right, take advantage of the college life. Like, shout out to Conestoga residents for putting up with me all those years. So I'm gonna do which one you want? What do you want to do? You said you had one. Which do you want to do? A collaborative one? Do you want to start with a collabo one?
Whatever you want, buddy. You lead the way.
Well, I don't know, man. There's one I would tell, but it's too. I can't tell. I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're not doing it. No, it involves a cowboy hat and an alcoholic beverage. We're not going to talk about that one though. That's off limits. I think one of the best ones. Yeah, 100%. Which one are you talking about with Walker?
With Walker, see, this it's a little shady, but it's
is it something that everyone's gonna get though? Like, it's not gonna be like an inside story, one of those type ones. Like, it's gonna be
kind of an inside story. It's just a stupid story, but it's we just basically him and another buddy or a couple of buddies of mine came up and they spent the night in residence, and but we went to a Metallica concert in Toronto. It was Metallica and Godsmack, so we went to Metallica and Godsmack, and good old Mike drove us there. So he didn't drink, but the rest of us did. But when we got back, Mike joined and he started drinking, and we got super, super stoned. And so just being idiots, high as hell, but being idiots, doing things. So one thing led to another. It's whatever, 3-4 in the morning. We're laying all over the room. I'm in bed. Walker's down on a mattress or the floor, whatever he was on sleeping. And we're all obviously get the munchies now, right? So I don't know where we got the cookies. Walker says we got the cookies from you, but I don't know, Findsy, if that's true or not. But anyway, we got all these. We got Oreos. We had Oreos. I remember that. And then the boys wanted them, so I was tossing them out. So hey, Walks, open up. Oh, and what he was, it was dark as hell in an Oreo, so you could barely see Oreo, right? And I'm not just lobbing him, I'm giving him a good throw. And Walks was snagging him like it was no business. And I'm like, caught it. And I'm like, no, you didn't. We turn on the lights. Walks got just a pile of cookies, just high as hell, red eyes, and all right, give us some. No, they're all mine. I caught them all mine. So yeah, it had a little battle for cookies, but it was just so funny at the time. Obviously, funnier when you're stoned, but just hucking cookies and Walks like, I got it. And there's like, I was thinking, no way you have these. I'm just throwing them like hard, right? And like they're gonna be all over my floor, bashed up. But no, he was catching them, and it was a good time. And that's what half the thing we can remember. That's what I said. We kind of pieced it together, but if you were there, it's a lot funnier. But it's
no, I love it. I'm gonna do. I'm going to talk about the first. This is a college one. I got some junior stories that'll blow your mind, but right now we're just going to do the junior story. Sorry, the college stories first. So first one we're going to talk about is kind of like the time you and I started to get to know each other, which is the first 2 week, about month of college. And yeah. October 3rd is my birthday. So I'm 18 at the time, which means obviously by the time October 3rd rolls around, by the time you're in college in September, that it is Daddy's birthday. All right. It is my birthday. Okay. Which means I am now 19 years old. All right. I'm 19 years old, and I threw the largest party.
Oh, God.
That Conestoga residents had ever seen.
That was insane.
Okay? All right. This is a true story, everybody. Okay. So I threw the largest one you've ever seen, and I'm about to show you that this is the truth. Okay.
I was going to say, there's lots of pictures of that.
Yeah, so we're quickly going to look up where the heck is it?
You can't even move, man.
Page. Got it. I'm already sharing. I think I'm already sharing one, but I'm going to try to share this anyway. There it is. You see that guy?
Oh yeah, there it is.
See that come up, folks? So if you're watching this live there, look at this guy right here. Look at this absolute gem right here. I think Styles was in here somewhere in this mix, but
somewhere
this is
in there,
first year of parties. Is this Burt Kincaid down here? I don't know.
Yeah,
It might be.
Kincaid. Yeah, that might be, man.
I don't know, but if you recognize yourself in here for some reason, you're watching this show. There's my roomie Johnny Lawrence right there. I work with, believe it or not, I work with his uncle at the
really?
Yeah, at my job. He's actually my advisor. So yeah, or sorry, not my advisor. He's one of my bosses. He's a senior. So
seriously,
anyway, shouts to the Conestoga for throwing the largest party of all time at the Conestoga residence. By the time the party started, it was 7 p.m. And we had to kick everybody out by 9:30 p.m. And they didn't get everybody out of the residence until 1 a.m. And they had to call in every RA, every manager, every whatever. And you know what I got out of it? Nothing. I didn't get a fine. I didn't get anything. It was absolutely spectacular.
Tyler, no fines.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. That's actually my nickname from now on. If everyone knows what's going on, yeah.
Right? Yeah, no, that was a bender, man. That like kind of was one of those things like you see in movies kind of deal. You know what I mean? Like when you went to college, you expected like a dorm party, but I mean, there's lots of those. But yeah, when you got in there, like I said, you couldn't move, man. You literally you're like shoulder to shoulder squeezing by people, and it was like people are sweaty messes from bouncing around and dancing, and it was a time, man. And yeah, like you said, it was just the party was broken up, and then it was just basically the party scattered into all different rooms, and it was just a big party all around res. So you just walked the halls, and it was rowdy, and then until everybody stepped in, and then it got a little quiet, but it was a time, buddy.
No, I love it, brother. It was good time. So what I said 10 minutes was the time it was going to take. How'd I do? Not bad. About 7 minutes of that. So shouts to MVP Brewery. He's going to jump on next week. And actually, funny quick story. One of the guys who's our sponsor is actually married to one of the girls that was in our residence.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was in our residence. So I'm not going to drop their name just because I don't think they wanted it to be good. But again, 100%. So I don't think we need to share that info.
No, small world.
How
about what's his name? Tim Deegan?
Tim Deegan. Shouts to Mr. Deegan, the first one of the first. What's it called?
DJ's in.
Not the DJ, VJ, first VJ, right? Yeah, you gotta be careful how you say that one, that's for sure.
Yeah. You gotta be careful.
First VJ. 100%. I know Tim Deegan was a great guy.
Yeah.
We're actually, like I said, he was awesome, man. I had a blast with Tim Deegan and Brad Henderson. So like I said, shouts to those guys. And then obviously the Slayers Club. The Slayers were the Slayers Hockey Club, and the Slayers. That was our hockey team name. Just a great group of guys. Tons of them came to my wedding, and maybe one day we'll do a wedding. That will be actually one of my true college stories or true stories. Will be the talk about my wedding.
Yeah, there's some there. There's a couple stories there.
There's a lot there. There's a lot there, and there's a lot of pictures. And now that I got this sharing screen down. This thing.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I like that. I didn't know you could do that. That's
awesome. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, man. StreamYard's killing it, man.
Oh yeah. Shared it to StreamYard.
Oh, I know. Isn't that crazy? I love it.
Now we know we can shoot you over any pictures, anything if you know what we're gonna say before.
Absolutely. So that has been True Stories. True college or true junior stories. We're going to do it every Monday night at 9:30. If you have a story that you remember, make sure you shoot me a message and I will try to tell it on the air. Again, we talked about that last week, right? About writing that book. Writing a college book, whether it's a college book of stories or a junior hockey book of stories, and kind of making it like one of those like a chicken, like something you'd read in the bathroom.
Chicken soup in the soul, or synonymous.
What are those bathroom books called? George's bathroom, or Ronnie's bathroom.
Bathroom readers. What are the bathroom readers? Bathroom readers, something like that. My dad read it all the time, but I can't even remember. I can picture the book.
Like I said, we can do if you do 5 or 6 stories or something like that. 5 or 6 stories, and what you do is you can almost have it like a subscription, right? So on your phone you get a notification and it's like 6 stories from, oh god, I don't even know what you'd say, but like 6 stories from college, or 6, 2 from here, right?
Works. There he goes. He's got one for next week.
Oh, I'm sure he's got one for next week.
Oh, he's got lots.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure he's got plenty. Like I said, anybody who's been watching this or watching the live stream right now, whether from Orangeville or from Conestoga or whatever, they'll have plenty of dirt on the kid and his fellas. That is for sure. But so I think it's time to turn back a little bit more back to hockey. Like I know it's just been a crazy year, man. Like it really has. Like shout out to the Vancouver Canucks for coming out and absolutely kicking COVID's ass. And like just mentally draining. Like they were saying the whole week, like how tough it's going to be. We're not ready for this. Like this is no joke. So I think they had to play regardless of the outcome. They get a win. I don't know, like what kind of, what level of respect to give them out of 10.
Yeah, man, you got to give it to them. No, like not even on the ice, or I think maybe they get 2 days of practice before they got into game, but still 2+ weeks not playing or doing anything, and then all of a sudden just a couple practices and right back into the game, and then beating Toronto. You gotta give it to them, man. And like as they say, and as a lot of people say, it isn't a joke. It is serious, and but thank God they're athletes and they can battle it, and it's nice to see them back out there and playing again.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people that unfortunately get to say the same thing. I've lost some loved ones, so hopefully we can, like I said, hopefully we can get through this and stay positive. But I'll be honest, man, I'm looking at houses I'm looking at houses in Arizona, dude. I'm sick of this. Like I really am. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna live my life in the sand. Like I just wanted the sun beating down on me. I want a nice pool, right? Like, I mean, you're looking at houses that are like 350 American, 3 bedroom, 3 bath, pool, outdoor gym. Yeah, I'm like, see you there. Like I'm there. Yeah. Maybe not the gym part so much, obviously. Yeah. But everything else probably is like a go. Like everything is a go.
You can always change the gym to a bar or something, right?
Beers are $1. Like if I want to go down, there's a strip. If I'm in Henderson, it's a 20-minute drive, so you're not with all the yahoos all the time.
Yeah. Well, I know it's insane. Like even I know out east isn't sunny and sand and stuff, but even out east, the housing, man, like you can get yourself just a crazy sick house for 350 G's. Like it's insane. My cousin's a realtor out there. Shared it to my cousin Kane. Yeah, and he's always posting things, and I just
where does he live?
Out east, out in
New Brunswick, like that far.
No, Prince Edward, like out that way.
Dude, it was funny. I was joking around, and I looked at a house in New Brunswick that was like $380,000, and like right on the water, like 6 bedroom. And I'm like, I can just imagine though what the winter's like there. I'm like, nope.
Yeah,
got no interest.
That's
hot
probably
I'm a hot water guy. I'm hot now, man. I love the hot weather.
Absolutely, I hear you, buddy. It would be a dream to live down
there. Speaking of hockey, like look at the Henderson Knights. Like they're killing it down there. The new AHL team. They're absolutely dominating down there, getting ready to go. Mr. Jones, one of the guys I went to school at Everest Academy, he's killing it for Henderson Silver Knights.
What's he doing down there?
He's playing for the Knights.
Oh, he's playing for them.
He's playing for the Knights there. Yeah, he played for Niagara Ice Dogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mr. Max Jones, guy's an absolute cannon. He's a good hockey player, great kid. His sister was a hell of a hockey player.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's he's absolutely killing it down there right now. They got a pretty good team too. Ben Jones. I said Max Jones. Max played for London. Sorry, Ben Jones.
I was gonna say when you said Max Jones, I was like,
no, I do it every time with him, man. Him, Cody Glass is down there.
Oh, really? Eh?
Yeah, Cody Glass is playing down there. I mean, Benny's in '99. He's from the Lou. He's from Waterloo. Mason Primo's down there playing for them. They're killing it.
Wow,
right now. They got a pretty damn good team.
No, that area is blowing up for hockey, man. Like even Arizona State or whatever it is, the university down there, they're starting to get really good.
Well, you know what the cool thing is, and this is what I want to know hockey, like they're trying to build it up in the West. So when Seattle gets there, I'm telling you right now that the NCAA has to consider outside of just Arizona State, like they got to talk to some of these schools like Washington, Oregon, um, all these other programs out there and build their own Western division. I think it's very vital that they get that taken care of. But the problem is that there's really no kids in the West because hockey in the West, depending on where you are, is really subpar on the area unless you're playing for like the LA Kings or in those super teams.
Yeah.
Some of those states like Texas. Texas got some unreal programs like the Little Stars program.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Menard from Orangeville runs one of the teams down there.
Down in Texas?
Craig Menard. Yep. Shout out to Craig Menard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's killing it. Yeah, he's got a little boy down there who's killing it. So he's been involved down there in Texas. Like I said, it's like why right now, like especially right now, like this thing is not going anywhere. Okay, like it's really not going anywhere. So you've got to make it like kind of like a life decision when you have the opportunity to say like, you know what, maybe it's time to now. It's time take advantage of the housing market, make your money, and then make a jet.
Yep. Yeah. Right.
I'd love to live, dude. I know people are like, oh, you wouldn't want to have heat all year round. I'm like, dude, everybody's got a pool, man.
Yeah.
Like you literally live in the pool. They all have air conditioning. Like it's not 1910.
No.
Right? Like if those are 1910, you're probably pretty warm.
Yeah, I would do it. Yeah, I would love to. I'm too much of a homebody. I love my family too much. I couldn't move away. But if I had no ties, anything like that anymore, how do you not, man? That's something that's dreams you dream about when you're growing up, right? Toes in the sand, sitting in the pool, drinking the hand. You leave me, Findsy? Well, if we lost you, Findsy,
I'm done with Rogers. That's it. I'm done. I'm done with Rogers Internet. I'm done with Rogers Internet. I've had enough. It literally kicked in and out. I've had enough of Rogers Internet. We're done.
You're lucky.
No, dude, I'm done with Rogers Internet. I'm done with, listen, Rogers, they screwed us today. All right. There's a lot of people over today. All right. I have a feeling that a lot of reasons my offers didn't come in was because that Rogers was down. All right.
Yeah,
Matty, yeah, exactly. Crazy.
Are you on Rogers' cell?
What's that?
You're on Rogers' cell?
Yeah, we're on Rogers' cell. I got Fido, and like they're Rogers anyway.
Yeah.
But like literally blipped in and out, and I like literally had to like jump back in. It was nuts.
That's good. Yeah, I thought you lost it.
I'm done, man. I'm done with it. Like, have a conversation. I'm gonna be in that queue tomorrow. Like, apparently, like the queue, like people were calling for like 3 hours, but I'm like apparently, and they obviously weren't checking like their statuses because they couldn't get on the internet. They didn't know that it was down. But let's go back to Henderson. But like, I mean, if you're living in the U.S. and you're looking to jump into hockey, their hockey numbers are jumping up like crazy. Their registrations, like Henderson's doing a hell of a job there. Vegas is doing a hell of a job. Seattle's new rink, I haven't seen an update. I actually probably should. We should take a look at seeing what Seattle's rink status is because they're going to be jumping in here soon because they're going to be part of the draft.
Right? Yeah, they're going to be.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's a tough one for them though. Ugh. But the good part is they get to draft current players, so they really don't have to worry about anything else.
No, they it's gonna be interesting to see if they strike it rich like Vegas did, or what happens with them because I don't hear as much talk as I did like Vegas. I don't know if it's because it's just like another expansion so close to Vegas, but when Vegas, you just heard of so many players that they're like, oh, they can get this guy and this guy and this guy, and you heard so many names, and they did get a lot of those names. And a lot of them did turn out, but yeah, I don't hear much with this one. A bit like with Seattle, I don't hear many guys.
That might be a good thing for Seattle, right? But I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But that rink is going to be absolutely gorgeous when it gets up and running. But with the West, like I said, I want to go back to the NCAA chat there. If you go, like you said, Washington, Stanford, and all those teams, like if we make that Western division, that's going to be crazy. Like ASU is on an island out there.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, if you're Vegas and you could put a NCAA D1 team in Vegas, an AHL team in Vegas, and a NHL team in Vegas, you're laughing. Like you don't need anything else. Like it's just like being in Boston. You have all the same teams there. You can scout the NCAA team. You can go to games. Everything can be collaborated. I don't know what you call it. Some type of nights, I guess. But they're like that Las Vegas AC. That club team has to apply and get into certain levels for it to succeed, and needs the funds.
Yeah.
But then you also have to abide by Chapter 9, and you need some type of girls program on the other side to counteract it.
Yep, that's very true. That's very true.
And there's no women's hockey in the West. Like there's like nothing that's competitive. Like so you couldn't do a guys hockey team at there without some type of female team on the other side, and there's no water there. So unless you're training in a pool,
you're
not gonna get into all those like rowing and swimming and all that are basically out unless you're like gymnast or diving.
Yeah. That's
I don't know what program you offer. I don't know how. I don't know enough about it to make it work. But they definitely need to consider getting that West Coast hockey league up and running.
Yeah, it's hard to say how you keep growing it, right? Like that's what they always say. Like, how do you keep growing the game of hockey? They say, I forget the stats are, but about the growing rates of all the sports, but hockey's like one of the worst ones. They just say like their promoting's not the greatest and blah 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 blah. But it's like
because you're not addressing because you can address the elephant in the room. It's a white sport. It's a white rich sport. I mean, I guess I'm not saying that. Like that's what it is. Yeah. It's a white rich sport. Like that's what look at the demographics, man. Like why do you think?
I would say that demographics don't lie, man.
Right, European. Right?
Yeah.
Can't play unless you got more at least $5,000-$6,000 because of travel and all that. I mean, we've priced ourselves out of the urban market. Like that's really it.
Oh yeah.
In a low end market, and even the people that can, even the young kids, whether it's white, black, Asian, doesn't matter. You can't afford it. You can't play. I don't care how I don't care what race you are. It's just it comes down to numbers.
Yeah. Oh, it comes in money, man. Yeah, it's money and a lot of who you know too. That's a big one, as always, like everything in this world. But yeah, money's a big one in hockey, man. It's crazy and it's kind of sad.
No, I'm not into, like I said, I'm not deep into football, or I don't know anything about politics, about basketball, football, whatever. But I'd like to see the percentage of players that have had family members participate at the professional level, like the NHL, that stay in a sport or participate in a sport in some capacity. I think hockey would be up there. I think hockey would be up there for like. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like generation to generation,
like Max Domi, like this, like. Have you ever heard of
generation to generation?
It's not Aikman's kid. It's Manning. Manning's got a kid coming up. Peyton Manning's got like a stud. Like I don't know if it's his nephew or son or whoever, but he's got another kid coming up. Yeah, stud, like absolute stud in the U.S. But like outside of that, you don't hear of many like. Whether it's a pro or whatever, going back to the sport they played. And maybe it's, again, we don't cover it enough, but I'm just saying, like hockey, it's like, I think of the guys that are playing, Domi, Kachuk, like there's so many.
As say you can go on and on and on. Yeah, like Nylander, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like there's tons.
There you go. Right?
Yeah, there's tons of them out there. And, but yeah, I totally know what you mean. You don't hear it too much. Yeah. In other sports.
So like you said, who do you know?
Like you said, it's maybe
the ultimate, who do you know?
And it might be us not knowing too much, but still, like I know enough football and basketball and baseball. At baseball, there's a lot. Baseball, there's a lot, right? Like you look at the Jays, there's 3 on the Jays: Vladdy and Biggio and Bichette. Like all their dads played, right? So. Baseball's a kind of good one with hockey, but other than those two, you don't hear it in football and you don't hear it in basketball too much.
Yeah, every now and then. But I mean, basketball's it's so tough to crack because I mean, you got to be tall. So like, if your
if you're not tall,
like that's not your fault. Like your dad's a monster.
Right?
Exactly. There's nothing you can do about it. Like you can't teach. What they say, you can't teach size.
Yeah, no. Well, they say LeBron's kid's supposed to be pretty good or something coming up, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I get
Bronny.
Yeah, well, and then actually, Dennis Rodman. Speaking of that, Dennis Rodman's young 33-year-old passed away, which is pretty sad to hear. In the basketball world, his boy passed away, and it was a tough kind of week, man. DMX hit the dirt, unfortunately. The mom on Peaky Blinders, one of my favorite shows, Damian Lewis's wife. I mean, there's a lot of celebrities, unfortunately. Black Rob, yeah, we had one song, and there's a college story. There's a college story in its own, man. Between that and This Is Why I'm Hot by Mims. I mean, that's like that. There you go. See what I mean? Like that,
oh man,
right? So
yeah, that's a tune. Where's this unzipped sweater?
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, we should get a couple of those pictures when I'm sitting beside all the tan kids, and you got me, my little fat ass, in the white, like just pure whiteness, sitting beside like all the tan guys that really prepared to go down. And I went to the tanning bed like twice and never did a sit up since I was in college. I didn't do a sit up all college. Didn't go in the gym, fully paid for. I think I went in there like twice. I think it was just to tell somebody that I was like drinking tonight. So like when you get off the treadmill, you might want to come over to my house.
hey man, come party my house.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. I said I don't know how many times I told the story about when we had Rock Band, right? And Rock Band first came out. I don't think I went to school for like 3 days. Like literally, just all I did was sit there. And like when no one was around, I'd like have the drums out front of me. I tie the like microphone around my neck and like sing at the same time while playing. Like I love that thing. For some reason, I thought I was going to be a rock star. But all the boys come over and love it, and it was fun to show off a bit, especially when he got good at it. It was a ton of fun.
I wish I walked in and got a picture of that.
Rainy, you talked to some of the guys. Oh, yeah. I was an absolute wreck. Like I said, one day we should just do, like, one day we're not even going to talk hockey. We're just going to tell absolutely rancid stories about, like, how lackluster my college career was. And, like, you know, and not only just myself, like, probably name, like, 10 guys who were there just to get kicks. And
should try to get one of those guys to come on to get Doughboy to come on and rap for us or something.
Doughboy, yeah, absolutely. Oh man, that would be so funny. I'd love it, man. I would absolutely love it.
Oh yeah, good times.
I miss it. Like, you know what, we're gonna tell a quick, you know what, I'm gonna tell a college hockey story just before we go. So shout out to, like I said, Conestoga hockey team. We're playing in a tournament. We go into the finals. We're in the semis. We're in the semifinals with the college like tournament team. Come down. There's like, I don't know, like 2 minutes left in the third. Absolutely snap the pill. Goes in the net. Everybody in the world knows it's in. It went through a hole in the net. I swear to God, dude, you can't even make this up. So snap the pill, top of the corner. Goes through the net. Everybody in their mother knows it's in. We're hugging. The goalie's down. The ref's like looking like, I don't know what's going on. Like, what's going on? Like the puck's live, and everyone, even their bench knew it went in. Yeah. Right. Anyways, they finally blow the whistle. Like, what's going on? I'm like, dude, it went in the net. Like everybody else is cheering. We're good. He's like, no, it didn't. And I'm like, how is everybody wrong? And then ended up getting booted. So I get booted. It's 3-3, and we lose in shootout. And we lose in shootout to get booted from the tournament to go in the finals. I will never forget. I was so mad. I haven't get kicked out many games. I'm not a tough guy, but that was one of them where I got booted.
Leave them referees alone.
Dude, they deserved it, man. You're getting your position, bro. Like, that was a bad one. It was a great shot. It was game over. Like I said, 2 minutes left. Like, no, not saying that the other team couldn't have scored and we would have been in the same position anyway. Yeah. But 2 minutes left and you missed, like, it's a easy goal to call. Like you said, everybody, the goalie knew it was in. He was down. We're celebrating. The other team's skating off. And the ref's just like, okay, I guess we're not playing anymore. I guess the game's still going.
That's good. It's terrible, man. You could have won it for him. The shootout finds the way to go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was so mad. I'm sitting off watching. They go down and win. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Participation medal. Here you go.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know, man. Anything else you want to quickly cover before we blow this pop stand as of tonight?
I don't think so, man. We touched on most all the big news, right? Patty,
yeah, we got big one. I loved it, man. Today was a good one, dude. Like I said, I think if we get walk, like I said, I think people more just, we should just do like a college night. Like I'm telling you, we should just do like a stories night. No sports are oriented. We're just gonna have the hats on, like I said, hat on, t-shirt on, no, like just talk. Like I guarantee people would absolutely love it.
Yeah,
And maybe Mike can talk about his experiences at the hospital and kind of like how he's feeling. Shout out to Mikey Walker. He's probably like one of the few people watching this live because we normally get it on TV. So
shout out, Wooks. I feel you, brother. Well, not really.
Yeah. Shouts to your gonads, bud. We hope you're feeling better.
These are cold.
Thank God you're not going to have 12 other kids.
Hopefully these aren't defrosted too quick on you.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Off the Puck Hockey. Can be seen every Saturday night at 9 p.m. on Rogers TV channel 20. Thanks again to ASTV, our newest network member. We're really excited to work with these guys. If you're watching us out west, make sure you follow us. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. 9 p.m. on Mondays, we do our live recording. All right, so Monday nights at 9, we do our live recording. You can follow us on Twitter. Check all the stories out. And again, looking forward to that 9:30 segment we're going to be doing every Monday night. It's going to be sponsored, and really looking forward to it. I'm your host, Tyler Fines, and with me as always, my boy, Adam Stiles, Mikey Walker off tonight, producer Matt Huddle behind the scenes, handling the magic, and Marty Zylstra. Shout out to you for getting your song on CBC. Really proud of you. Our theme music, I still say we got it first. So if he gets big, I want a percentage.
Yeah.
This is Off the Puck Hockey. Let's go.
Woo!
Make sure to check out our past shows from previous weeks on our YouTube, Facebook, or Mixcloud channels. You can always catch up on podcasts while checking out our FHN Network channel on YouTube or Facebook. Or you can listen to an audio copy of our past shows on our Mixcloud channel at FHN_network. The FHN Network, the future of entertainment.